comes to the casual social game space, there's only about 6 or 7 different genres within that are currently popular. What are the challenges there when you do have a limited number of types of games that you guys can expand to? And do you even see those genres expanding beyond what we currently see as games?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years, and I've done a lot of games myself. So I've sort of, it feels like some games like Bubble Shooter, they've been around for ages. And I think Bubble Witch, we created a slightly new take on the Bubble Shooter with the spiders and the buckets, and suddenly that's been almost like a new subgenre of Bubble Shooters in itself on Facebook. So I think there are ways to push each of those genres a bit forward. And then I think the evolution of new games, for example, like an Angry Birds that's been strong for the past 3 years, that means that the definition of a casual game is slowly moving as well, because suddenly I think people understand what the slingshot mechanic is, which probably is something nobody would have understood sort of directly if they saw it 5 years ago. But today, if they put that in a game, people will know, okay, I know what to do, I need now to pull back and release. So I think the type of casual games we have, or the fruit chopping games, it's sort of creating new genres within the casual family of games, if you will. So I think people might think it's sort of not evolving, but the interesting take is that in particular mobile phones and the new control inputs are almost transforming that genre of games as well. So I think I haven't been doing this for 10 years, but I've seen the most changes in the gameplay in the past 2-3 years probably.
What impact, you just mentioned the touch controls, as we see more and more people playing and adapting to smartphones and tablets, touch controls having on the casual space moving forward. We're also seeing more and more computers support touchscreen.
I mean, when we look at new game, you have to think, before we looked at the game and said it has to work well on King.com, and that was the first test. I think today we're asking ourselves, before we launch it on King.com, how will that translate into a mobile experience or a touch experience? Because that's going to be one of the key driving platforms for the next couple of years, and it might evolve to touch type of interface or a Kinect type of interface on the TV as well. So I think whatever game experience you're looking at today, you have to consider those aspects from the get-go.
What impact do you see the proliferation, at least in the US, of smart TVs having when you can have apps and games now on a big screen on your smart connected TV versus having to be stuck on your computer or even on your smartphone or tablet to play these games?
I mean, it's a very intriguing sort of, it's going to be a shift that happens there. It just hasn't happened. It comes down to the control input. I think what Apple did with the app economy transformed the mobile game space. And I'm sort of waiting for that shift to happen to TV when it's so easy to download an app and you can actually play it that easily. I think it's still slightly disconnected, the experience. You can get apps, but it's not the game apps people expect. And you can't use a TV remote to play, so you need a better control input. Either it's your smartphone, or it's sort of something you wave in the air with the new type of receptor that picks that up. I think whoever cracks that's going to open up the next set of sort of game evolution, and we're hoping that happens soon.
Where do you see social casual games going if you were to look ahead 5 years from now?
Ooh. I'm not sure we're going to look that far ahead. So
2 years?
2 years. No, but actually TV is one of the key things I think we're having sort of, that's one of the big shifts that's likely to happen. I think what is happening now is that mobile is the tech vector that's really driving the game industry. And I think it's like the mobile handsets are starting to challenge sort of Nintendo's dominance with the handhelds, and it's starting to impact the console business seriously. So I think and at the same time, I think the thinking behind the new PlayStation PS4, where they're adding social elements integrated into the PlayStation experience from day one, I think it's sort of melding together. I think the mobile, the TV experience, if it's a console or not, I think users just want the cross-platform game experience where they can interact with friends, and they don't want to think, does my friend have the same console or machine or operating system as I do? I just want them to play Candy Crush Saga with their friends, even if it's 5 different operating systems behind there. The user should be forced to think about that.